Alrighty guys, we're here today with an informational video. So, we've got these beautiful creatures that Grayson is going to tell you all about.
We have these beautiful PWR power bikes that we've been utilizing every day here in Missouri. They've been literally a necessity.
These things aren't just your average bike. We've got to put them up, and not a lot of us even had a whole lot of bike experience coming into this. But after seeing them compared in camp to some other brands, I would say they're definitely the superior. Hills, no problem, but
we've been conquering hills like nobody's business at a solid 20 miles an hour at times. Like it's nothing. And compared to a lot of the other brands we've been seeing in camp, like price wise, you can't beat it. Like these are literally like half the price of pretty much every other bike on the market, and they are keeping up, and most of the times like surpassing these other bikes that we've seen in camp and on the public and stuff. So like you really can't beat them.
So we've done a little bit of customizations to our bikes so far.
First thing that I realized on day one, I had my dinky little like 200 lumen headlamp that I'd been using to hike in, and that was not going to cut it. So went to Academy that night and bought this whopping 10,000 lumen headlight, which I haven't been running it that high. I learned I only need about 3,000 of those lumens, which I'm running on the low setting. But permanent solution, there's definitely a better permanent solution than just zip tying it to the bow rack. But for now, it's been working great. I kind of have taken over as like head like pack dog or whatever in the night, or when we're going in the mornings and the evenings, because like this thing lights up the night. We have these bike racks on here. Well, actually, we both haven't been using them, or these bow racks, I mean. We haven't been using them just because I know you got to really get them nice and like fine-tuned, you know, before you really want to put your bow in it, and we are only using them for a limited time. So what we've been doing is just the simple solution, just strapping them to our packs. It's worked fine. We haven't had any issues with that. Also, Cole's bike does not have the saddlebags on it, but mine does, and they've come in handy for a few things, like strapping my bow to my pack. I don't have that real estate for like my sticks and my platform, so I usually just throw those in the saddlebag or strap them up here on the way in, or like it's rut here in Missouri, so I've been carrying rattling antlers and I can't really strap those, so I'll just put them in here and I'll just carry them in my hand on the way in. We've been doing a lot of presets, so I don't really have to like carry in my sticks and platform, you know, like the day of the hunt, so we've been kind of working around it. But other than that, that's about all I use the saddlebags for. Sometimes I'll throw my saddle in there for like in a hurry and we got to get out. I'll throw my saddle in there and I'll just throw it on at the base of the tree or whatever. But
as far as hillbilly ingenuity goes, furthermore, like we had addressed with the gear racks, I think these ones are a 27 kilogram weight limit, which I'm not 100% positive. I think that's, I can't remember if a kilogram's like 2 pounds or how that works. Something like that. Somewhere between 27 and 50 pound weight limit on the back racks. Yeah, it's been sweet. As far as the bow racks for the handlebars, the only problem I've seen so far is it does get bumpy. The roads are the main culprit for that. Some of the roads we've been on are just gravel roads and they're awesome, but when you're going through kind of four-wheeler path type forest road, it'll get real bumpy and you just don't want to risk knocking your bow out of line. And I would suggest the pack route that me and Grayson have done. I've got, as you can see, my bow is actually turned sideways on my pack, so you don't hit your can, because you see ours hang a little low off the pack, so you're not hitting it off stuff. Turning it sideways is pretty sweet for the bow, and yeah, like as far as the overall ability of the bikes. Now, I will say these ain't no West Virginia mountains, but they's hills here, and that they handled everything we put them through, literally. Just very, I guess you would say, an athletic bike. They get in there. I don't think there would be any problem quartering a deer out and filling an entire back frame full, sitting on your back, and then taking it out. It's like they've got so much torque. You can touch it, you can breathe on the throttle, and it's going to be spinning tires. I don't know, they're pretty legit. I think these ones come with like 8 power settings, or 8 power settings, so you can just adjust however much force you want coming out of her, and they're pedal assist as well, and that's the way like Grayson likes to run his a lot. Is you turn your pedal assist level up to 3 or whatever, and you just pedal it just like a regular bike, and it gives you a little extra oomph to make it up, saves battery. We haven't tried doing wheelies on them yet. I'd say you could, but we're trying to be more focused on killing deer rather than breaking arms.
Another thing that I've noticed about these things is obviously how quiet they are, and I would argue that, just in my opinion, you could get into a spot quieter than you could on foot. Just think about like the difference, you know, there's leaves on the ground and everything, the difference in you going and it's gonna take you like what, 5 minutes to cover an area, versus you can whip through there just on your bike, like making barely any noise. Will say, on the way out today, when we were coming out to film this video, we might or might not have rolled up on a definitely 150 class buck down in the bottom chasing a doe. I pulled up, hopped off my bike, and basically almost was able to capitalize on that deer, like on that encounter. I was almost able to get that buck. The only issue was another hunter came down the road, like from an area where the deer could see it, and ended up spooking him off, which stinks, but I just think it's cool that we were able to drive up within, like literally drive within 40 yards of a huge buck. I mean, it's deer in the rut, obviously, but anyway, that's a big plus that we've noticed, is like you can get into areas that you couldn't usually get into because of like distance, and also you're just quiet as crap getting back there.
They really are a game changer in the ability it gives you to cover ground and get back in there. If you want to check them out, we've got a promo code. We're going to drop it somewhere in here, and yeah, we'll get you 15% off, and you can experience the joy of just absolutely brapping it up, quiet version, on your own.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see you guys.
Anyway,
Heading back to the woods.
Win.
Go!